recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, bread like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he sent for me. I keep the blood of the lemons my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry, it do not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy. There is a bomb, apply it. The fire can stand to the tallest of giants. The tyrant and all the suppliers are scheming and lying. They selling his dreams and we buying it. Show me the chicken, I'm frying it. Show me the dough and I'm prying it. Ain't never lacking it, so what I'm packing, he taking it, he magnifying it.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But God did it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. 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 Ayy. I got the drive, the bus, the truck, the gas is stuck. I ain't the one to rely on the luck. I put in work and then he show up. I know it's faith that's in the reps, ain't no regrets, I do too much. It ain't me if you saying I stunt. He calling the plays and I do what he want. This ain't a front, glory to G-O-D. It's what you could do with a mustard seed. It's what you could do when you start to believe. Take fear and you cast it inside of the sea. 100% out of me, cause he gave it all on the tee when he let it bleed. So what is you saying to me? You just insecure about the love that turned me to a beast. I take a step and I ain't turning back. He made me first cause I know that I'm last. I ain't got time for no thing in the past. Learn from it first and then I react. Hands off me, don't hold me. Get it jumping like a trampoline. All truth, ain't no trolling. We in good hands, no folding.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But God did it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it.
Hello, fly chick coming through. Nice to meet ya, glad you came too. Like your style and you know you got moves. You spit game and you know you spit.
A rematch of last year's district championship will again decide who will march on into the Sweet 16. Top-seeded Lexington seeking a repeat tonight against a young and talented Clear Fork squad hitting their stride at the right time. It's live and free tournament softball from Heise Park in Galion. We've got your pregame coverage. First pitch all on the way. Next.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
This is our in-body machine, so you're gonna see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We welcome you inside the Global Energy Partners pregame show. Richland County foes meeting in a rematch for the district crown here tonight. Number 1 Lady Lex versus the number 3 seed in Clear Fork. All about to go down right here and now in Galion. Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Skowronski. Evan Johnson joining me on the call again here tonight from Heise Park. I just love getting this matchup where you're starting to get a budding rivalry now in the postseason. Obviously, these two schools separated only by about 8 miles, but when you start getting into the playoffs, when it's win or go home, it really gets ratcheted up. 2 seasons in a row. This is pretty good stuff.
Yeah, the pressure is on in this game. I mean, Clear Fork in the exact same spot they were last year against Lexington, trying to get over the hump. Lexington trying to reach to the regional finals where they were last year and hopefully go further. So we got a great one in front of us today.
Lady Colts just got announced here over the loudspeakers at Heise Park. Next up, it is going to be Lexington. But let's learn about the season so far for the number 3 seed, perhaps playing their best ball of the entire season right now. They run-rolled Shelby the other night, a game that you watch live and free right here, the number 2 seed. And it just feels like they're starting to peak at the perfect time, Evan.
Yeah, it feels like they have all the momentum in the world right now. They're having fun while they're doing it, lots of energy, and like you said, they're playing their best ball at the right time, and that's what you need to make a deep run.
High-scoring team as well. You see almost 8 runs per game. You don't love that they're also giving up about 5. However, the nucleus of this team, we've talked about it a bunch throughout the course of this season. The class of 2027, highly represented. You're going to see mostly sophomores out there tonight, but there are some veterans. One of them is our player spotlight. How about the run that Katrina Rogers has been on? Perhaps no hotter hitter right now in the entire area over the last month of the season. Really slow start to her senior campaign coming off that ACL injury. It forced her to miss all of fall, all of winter. Didn't see her out on the hardwood for basketball this year, but she's really emerged. Look at those numbers over the last 10 games.
They are truly impressive, and in the tournament you need contributions from everyone, but you really need your seniors to step up. Clear Fork has 2 really good seniors, and we'll see if they can take the next step today.
There is Katrina Rogers taking a look at the competition. Lexington coming out here now, the number 1 seed, and I think in many people's mind coming into this tournament, they were going to be the team to beat. And even though they lost 3 really quality starters, graduated 4 seniors from last year that went all the way to the Elite 8, I think we all kind of figured this was going to be another very special season for them with the junior class that they have, obviously a star pitcher as well. But I think, Evan, they perhaps even exceeded expectations, maybe even for themselves.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so hard to reach where they were last year, but they've just been on a heater all season long. They've been strong.
And that's why they're in the position again to move on into the regionals as we get set here for game action. First, let's honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Little bit of rain starting to come down here at Heise Park. You can see it there through the fence, but it just would not be 2025 spring sports without a little bit of Mother Nature having an impact on tonight's game. I almost feel like these players got to be more comfortable at this point in the season now, Evan, playing in some of these elements than they would be on a nice, bright, sunny day.
Yeah, we just can't escape the rain right now. Both of these teams both played in just heavy rain on Tuesday, both working through it, but hopefully it stays a little bit drier for us today.
Player spotlight, we kind of saved her in the semifinals just because this girl's had such a ridiculous, unbelievable year. Named the OCC Player of the Year, no better choice than Makaree Chapman. The numbers really speak for themselves. She's just as dangerous from the batter's box as she is from the circle, and you see that skimpy little ERA of just 1.02, but the 233 strikeouts, that's really what just jumps off the page.
Yeah, really no team this season has been able to even touch her. We talk about the strikeouts, like, she has such a deep pitch arsenal, and she gets it done at the plate. Just a do-it-all type of player.
There is Makaree, who's going to be heading to the Division I level next season and beyond at Northern Kentucky. Just a really good kid, and what a big shot in the arm she's brought to this Lexington program, who is seeking their third trip to regionals over the last 4 seasons if they can get it done here tonight. Coming over from Ashland, and has just been a huge difference maker for them. Jumping to the keys to victory here tonight, Evan. I'm going with just be aggressive if you're Clear Fork. What do you have to lose in this game? Last time you faced Makaree Chapman, you were able to produce only 1 hit. If you get some kids out on the base paths, you got to try to get them around, come into scoring position. And we've seen Makaree, she gets a little bit better as the night goes along. So if you're going to get some runs, might want to do it in the first few innings.
Yeah, and we saw Clear Fork jump out to an early lead against Shelby, and I kind of like that, the aggressiveness. They have to put pressure on Lexington. They, like you mentioned, 15 strikeouts last time they faced her. They have to just put the ball in play, put that pressure on the Lexington defense and on the base pass, and I think they can make something work.
And as we get ready for the first pitch here tonight, Mel Bluebaugh stepping into the batter's box for Lexington. Get an early edge. Be patient with your at-bats. Remember, you're going up against a sophomore pitcher. A lot of the infield also are some young players too. So for Lexington, if you can come out, take an early lead, put a little bit of doubt into some of these young players, I think that they're going to move on to the regionals again.
Yeah, they just have to have those quality at-bats, everyone doing a job. They have to be able to string hits together and try not to leave a lot of runners on base, especially in scoring position. They got to get those runners across.
That will wrap up our GEP Global pregame show as we are into the action here. Bluebaugh taking a look at a pair of balls here to start things off. Chapman deals the third pitch, and it's popped out of play here by Mel.
Mel Bluebaugh, one of the seniors, one of 2 seniors on this roster, and like we mentioned, she's been fantastic this year, batting .407. Just a great leadoff hitter, looking to get things started.
Chapman sends the pitch inside, and Bluebaugh takes for ball 3.
Not a bad pitch at all. Right on the edge there in the inside corner of the plate.
Coming up empty-handed, though, that time. And that is the power of Makaree Chapman, just being able to sizzle that bacon by pretty much everybody so far during her senior season. At bat stays alive here, full count.
Good fight so far from Bluebaugh. One of the most dangerous spots to be in as a hitter is going against Chapman with 2 strikes. She can go a lot of ways, but with a full count, she's probably going right at you.
Just does miss on the inside part of the plate, so a lead-off walk here for Melody Bluebaugh. Sets the stage now for Jada Brokaw.
Number 9, Jada Brokaw.
And you already mentioned one of the Clear Fork's keys to the game is scoring early, and they already getting the first base runner on is very big for them.
Bluebaugh's going to take off. I like the aggressive play here, head first slide, and she's in there. Captured bag here by Mel.
That's what Clear Fork is going to do. They're going to steal. They're going to be aggressive on the base pass. That was their 82nd stolen base of the season so far.
Take one more look. Just a nice jump off the bag for Mel. came in there with some ferocity. So we get back to the action. 2 straight strikes tossed in here to Jada. And swings at some high cheese. Strike 3.
Yeah, unable to get some of those bunts down earlier in the at-bat. Those just would have been big to get those down and get a runner on third base with just 1 out, but what we see Chapman do best, throw the strikeout.
It's a nasty pitch by Makaree. Now Haley Thrush, who was our MVP in the semifinals the other night. Two straight balls here from the left hand to Chapman.
Yeah, against Shelby. Thrush getting the first RBI of the game. She hit in the first run. She also got 2 innings started with a base hit. She can really get this offense going.
Blue ball taken off for third, and she's in there. Another stolen bag. 2 of them already here for Mel.
Just great execution on the base pass so far. And they're knocking at the door to get the first run of this game.
Got a hitter's count. Thrush has been swinging a hot bat here of late. Takes that one down the pipe.
Even though that pitch was very pretty down the heart of the plate on 3-0, best to lay off of it.
Again, a whiff here at the high heat. And that's been the bread and butter for Makaree basically her entire career.
Just so hard to get your hands on top of that high pitch, especially when they're out of the zone.
And that one right where it needed to be. Strike 3. Thrush could not get the bat off of her shoulder. 2 down now. And Lexington 1 out away from keeping Clear Fork off the board.
Yeah, what a great pitch on the outside corner. Not much you can do with that pitch, but just try to flare it away foul and get a new pitch.
Chapman sends in ball 1 here. She's been falling behind. And this is our player spotlight. Kit Rogers has just really come alive here over the last 10 games in the second half of the season. Great article out there on the Mansfield News Journal by Jake Furr about got in her own head early on in the year. Trying to bounce back from injury is never an easy thing, especially in ACL. Kind of wanted to quit midseason and then started to find her stride, and here she is swinging one of the hottest bats in North Central Ohio.
Yeah, an injury can be so mentally draining, especially as a high school athlete, but it's just great to see her work back from it.
Way upstairs. Great job to snag that by Maddie Taylor.
With the speed of the Clear Fork lineup, anything a pass ball they're going to be running on.
Outside portion of the plate, swinging through it is Rogers. 2-2 count. Big pitch coming out right here. Able to foul it off, but you see Clear Fork way behind on these fastballs right now.
Yeah, you almost want to see him start from like a 2-strike approach. Eliminate any movement early on in your swing and just try to slap that ball into play. Hope you find some gaps, move runners around.
Leaves that one up in the attic. Loads up the count. 3-2. Maya Perry on deck. Hoping to get an opportunity. Payoff pitch on the way here for Kit Rogers. Can't catch up. 3 straight strikeouts from Makaree Chapman, and that will end the threat. Lady Lex, top of the order, due up here in the first inning when we come back.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Makaree Chapman dealing 3 straight darts. Strikeouts of Brokaw, Thrush, and Rogers in order after a leadoff walk to Mel Bluebaugh. Gets Lady Lex out of trouble. And now Lexington will get their turn in the batter's box. Against Miley Schaefer, sophomore starter, second year as a full-time starter. He's had an excellent season so far up to this point.
Yeah, it feels like Schaefer just keeps getting better as the year progresses. She keeps learning from each game. And the confidence, we've seen the confidence improve. And I think she's playing her best ball, too, at this moment.
She's one of those type of kids, too. She's got a lot of swag to her game.
Yeah.
As she goes, typically you can tell everyone's having a good time if Miley is. Misses inside of the plate here. First pitch to Quinn Patrick. Fastball for a strike. You hear the impact there on the mid of Chloe Stewart.
Patrick, a great contact leadoff hitter, 31 hits on this season, to go along with 10 doubles.
Did not have a great night against Ontario. I believe she was 0 for on the night. Got thrown out at home plate, too, in what looked like it was going to be a game-changing play for the Lady Warriors. But you really got to credit the championship DNA of Lexington. 2 runs in the 6th inning. That's the only offense they were able to produce all night. And it was good enough to get a win over their longtime rivals. 2-1 count. And again, up top here for Miley.
To make a deep tournament run, you'll have a whole bunch of close games, and you got to play all 7 innings, fight to the end, and sometimes it does just take one at bat, one play that can completely change the game.
Popped up, Patrick to left field, called for, and Thrush grips it in the mitt for out 1.
This is a really strong top of the lineup, so if Schaefer can really get through these first 4 or 5 hitters without any problems, you'll definitely see the energy on the mound start to go up in the confidence.
Lexus Cantrell due up here, starting shortstop for Lady Lex. Miley too tall with that one.
Cantrell, just a freshman, but currently on a 5-game hit streak, looking to make it 6.
Schaefer behind in the count. Sends this one right over the heart of the plate, I thought. Not sure where that one missed, Evan.
Not too far at all. Guessing maybe just a little bit up.
4 straight pitches lands Cantrell over on first base. And some slight control problems here for the sophomore starter.
Yeah, when we do see Miley Schaefer miss, it is usually high. She's kind of had some problems so far today.
Big test coming up right here. OCC Player of the Year, and now it's 5 consecutive balls from the right hand of Miley Schaefer.
Yeah, and Schaefer knows she can't give Chapman anything good. Nothing over the heart of the plate, or it could be a big problem.
Big wide stance for the senior. Lex not to swing at that one. Sharp pitch that time from Miley Schaefer. Got the count evened up. 1-1, one down here in the bottom of the first. Chapman blisters this one into the gap. That should go for at least 2. Cantrell turns the corner. She is heading home. Lady Lex takes the lead 1-0 on the RBI double from that young lady right there.
And that's exactly what Lexington has to do to get those runs early. They get a runner on due to a free pass with a walk, and they immediately hit her in. Stringing those hits together is huge, and the extra base hits, something we didn't really see a lot of on Tuesday against Ontario.
Here's Cantrell turning the corner, heading home. Big knock and a lot of emotion. The only senior on the team coming through, Chapman, as she's done so well her entire career.
Yeah, Chapman did a great job on that outside pitch. She just waited back for it and put a lot of power behind her swing.
Again, it's a first pitch ball from Miley. This the first baseman, Kylie Thornton, laying off of that one inside and high. A little bit of breeze coming through right now. In there for a strike.
Thornton currently on a 13-game on-base streak. She's gotten 11 hits in 11 of 13 hits.
Right through the 5-hole of Kit Rogers. It would be a tough play, and that will play another run here, Lexington, with a 2-0 cushion.
Yeah, that's a tough play. That was a blister of a ball right at Rogers. But when you're playing a team such as good at Lexington, you have to be flawless on defense. You got to make those tough plays.
Oh, man. How are you going to score that one, Evan?
I think that's going to be an error, kind of right at her. It looks like it almost tipped off of her glove.
So it'll be an E3 on Kit. She'll cover the bag here this time. Makes a nice backhanded stab for out number 2.
Great recovery. Don't focus on the last play. Move to the next pitch. You know the next pitch is coming right at you. It's just how it works in this game.
Yeah, here it is. Check this out. The throw very low from Schlosser. She's able to scoop it up for the big out. 2 down. Brings up the Frosh. Excuse me, Cameron McGuire here. Back-to-back strikes. First time really getting ahead in the count in this opening frame from Miley Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer really starting to attack these hitters. Maybe starting to get more comfortable in there. She can escape this inning with only 2 runs.
This one blooped into center field. This will score one more run. RBI single, and Lexington off to an unbelievable start.
Yeah, just doing everything they have to get these runs across. We saw the big hit from Chapman, but that time just a nice easy single, nothing too crazy.
Freshman number 33, Addie Williams.
So Cam McGuire keeping the good times rolling. This pitch up high.
Clear Fork's just got to find a way to get out of this inning. This is not an easy lineup to go against top to bottom. Lexington is very stacked.
Finally throws in a dart here to Williams. representing the DP tonight.
Schaefer doing a good job, just kind of stepping out of the circle, taking a deep breath, resetting. A lot has happened this inning.
Nice pitch right there from Miley.
There you go, beautiful pitch. Osby got her out in front.
Just trying to get out of the frame here with the pitch. Popped up. Fading to right field, and Ludwig is there for the final out, but the damage done. Lexington strikes with 3 runs here. The number 1 seed off to a great start.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients, they'll test them afterwards as well, and they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, we have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Boy, what a fabulous start here for the number 1 seed, Lexington, looking to continue their dominance against Clear Fork. And how about 3 runs there in their first at bat, Evan, and Miss Chapman with the biggest hit so far, RBI double.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Clear Fork responds to this. We saw him in the driver's seat the entire time on Tuesday against Shelby. They never really had to work from behind, but this team is very capable of coming back. Obviously just 1 inning in, but they still have a lot of work to do.
This is Maya Perry. Looking at a 1-1 count. Perry on the season with a .211 average. Lays off that one, catches the outside portion of the plate.
Yeah, if Chapman's going to start hitting her spots, see her already starting to get really dialed into this game.
Just does get the tip of the bat. Fouls it off to stay alive.
That's exactly what you have to do with that type of pitch, is just kind of foul it away. Really hard pitch to get a barrel on.
Off speed, up in the attic, left alone here by Maya. Perry, a sophomore, 16 hits so far on her 2nd season at the varsity ranks. The 1-2 from the senior outside.
Not a bad spot at all. Chapman maybe thought she kind of clipped the plate there.
Full count. Kari over the outside, flared to first base, and an easy catch for Thornton.
Yeah, so far these Clear Fork hitters just been way behind the heater from Chapman, just unable to catch up to it. They're going to have to change something in their approach at the plate. Try to figure out a way to just put the ball in play.
From one sophomore to the next, both starting pitchers out there going head-to-head tonight. Schaefer's a .270 hitter so far on the season. Of her 18 hits, 16 have been singles so far this season.
I'm sure Schaefer would like to respond with a double of her own after Chapman got one off of her.
Hits this one really hard at the second baseman. She's able to make the play. Quinn Patrick tosses over to first for out 2.
Just unfortunate that ball was right at Patrick, but that's what Clear Fork has to do. That was a good hard hit ball, made good contact with it, unfortunately just right at the defender. But if they can keep getting those good contacts on the ground, they'll eventually start finding some holes, start finding some gaps.
Freshman Presley Lilly. Her first look at Makaree Chapman tonight. Able to get a hitter's count. 2 balls, no strikes. Burns its way over the outside portion of the plate. Seen that a bunch of times already, just able to serve it on a platter anywhere she wants.
Yeah, it's just such a hard ball to hit, especially that one low and away.
Lilly exercising some patience. See if she takes this one no matter what. 3-1. Downstairs, and she is aboard. Over on first, trying to spark a 2-out rally.
Up next, the first baseman, sophomore number
Another
20,
good approach
Katrina
there.
Rogers.
Now they have a runner on, but with 2 outs. See if the bottom of the lineup can produce.
The lefty Schlosser about to get her first look. Fouls that one straight back. Schlosser with 19 hits on the year. Flares this one at Patrick. Her second catch here of the frame, in Lexington putting up another scoreless inning. See if they can keep the bats rolling. They're due up here. Bottom second on the way.
No run, no hit, no
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Bottom 2 now. Clear Fork trailing 3-0. Heise Park, the site. And a chilly night here.
Center fielder.
Temperature right around 55 degrees, mostly cloudy. But the good news, Evan, just a baby bit of a sprinkle coming through here before the start of the action, and we are not expecting any rain throughout the actual gameplay.
Yeah, complete opposite from what we saw Tuesday. But we do have a lot of wind today. We'll see if that plays a factor in anything. See the flag whipping out in center field. Makes it a lot chillier, too.
First pitch strike here to Kyra Boyd. Evens up the count.
Boyd batting .277 this year. Not bad for batting in the 8-hole today.
She was not a part of the hitting rotation the other night in their win against Ontario. Getting an opportunity here. Gets a piece of that one, fouled straight back. Made our camera lady flinch a little bit. Bang.
Just barely missing it if it's going straight back.
And we don't have the best healthcare options at the OH report, Evan, so it's a good thing we got that
That's
fence
a good
there.
thing, yeah.
Noxed line drive right at the shortstop. One down here.
Another tough play. Boyd gets her hands around on that ball, drives it, but unfortunately it's right to Maya Perry. Makes the clean catch.
Junior number 12, Maddie Taylor.
Gets us to the bottom of the lineup now, and the hero from the other night, Maddie Taylor, had the big hit. A couple RBIs to put Lexington over the top in that win against their rival Ontario. Just a sweet kid, too. Talked to her after the game and just basically was just telling us how much she loves her team and, you know, what a great time it's been being a part of this roster the last couple of years.
Yeah, it was really good to hear just how connected this team is, and when they have a bond like that and that chemistry, it can go a long way.
Fouled off over the middle. Miley starting to settle in a bit here after getting rocked around in that opening inning. Top part of this Lexington lineup, though, I mean, it is tough for any pitcher.
And then you're going against the 9-hole hitter who's on a 7-game on-base streak with a .324 average. Like, there's no easy out in this lineup 1 through 9. She's going to have to work very hard on every single hitter.
The 2-2 piece of that one as well to keep the at-bat going.
A great fight so far. We talked about pregame just having these quality at-bats and working pitches and working counts. And so far they've done that, waited till the pitch that they wanted, and they've been driving them.
Nice job handling that one by Kit Rogers. 2 down now in the frame.
It's a good turnaround, getting 2 quick outs now. Got to finish the inning here. Try to get some of that momentum back when you go on to go hit.
And for Rogers as well, after having that error, back-to-back plays that she's had to make, she's been able to. But the top of the order on the way here for Lexington with Patrick. Trying to get something flowing here with 2 down. Quinn 0 for 1 so far tonight. Hits this one hard, though. Right in between shortstop and third. So she'll get a board here for Lady Lex.
Patrick was ready for that one. That ball was high, almost at her chin. And she just got her hands on top of it and drove it into the ground.
First base runner surrendered by Miley here in the second. It's just another tough miss here for Schaefer. And she's not shy about letting you know exactly how she feels with her facial expressions. Certainly felt like she dialed up a good pitch the first time. Does get the call, though, here to even it up. Cantrell walked first time we saw her back in the first. Came around, scored a run as well. Swinging and missing at this one.
Great off-speed pitch right on the plate. Had Cantrell fooled.
Listening to the coaching matchups. One barks out there. 2-3-3, the other one. Whoa, 4-5-5 now. Just foul.
almost a huge play for Lexington if that ball landed right on the line, but just a little out in front of it.
Here comes a 1-2 from Schaefer. Runner takes off, the throw in time, and she is out. Tagged by Perry. And the Lady Colts make a play here. What a dime from Stewart. And that will end the threat. We're moving on to the third. We'll see you there. Lady Colts will have the bats in their hands.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Clear Fork going to get their third inning chance for everyone in the lineup now to see Makaree Chapman for the first time. Just faced her a few weeks back. Not a lot of success, Evan, as we were talking about early on in the game. Just a one-hitter in that loss. Schaefer really played well in that one. Gave up the 3 early runs here tonight. Be interesting to see how Clear Fork is able to bounce back here against a pitcher that she routinely gets a little bit better and better the deeper she goes into the game.
Yeah, and we'll see how maybe Clear Fork's starting to ramp it up here. We talked with Haley Thrush after the game. She talked about revenge. You know, last year in the district championship, this year, in that game this year, they were tied 2-2 until the 7th inning where Lexington put up a 4 spot. So they felt like they can hang with them and they can beat them.
It's the 9-hitter Kylie Ludwig trying to lay down a little bit of lumber and take off over for first base.
Yeah, Ludwig's got to get these bunts down, though. Give her team a chance. Very speedy on the base pass. She trusts if she can get it down, she'll be safe.
Chapman working quickly. Gets her to pop out of play here. Now ahead in the count, 1-2. Another strikeout, number 4 on the evening. Chapman able to get the number 9 hitter to go down.
Next up, number 3, Mel Blueball.
It was rare to see last inning Chapman without a strikeout. Here she is again. First time through the lineup, and she already has 4.
Blue Ball was able to work a walk. First time we saw her tonight. Mel trying to lay down a bunt herself.
I love the idea of the bunt and run or a slap hit in this situation. They just been unable to execute it so far.
Popped up. Chance to make the play, and Taylor is able to do so. Big break here for Lady Lex as they get the lead off Dynamo Blue Ball to pop up, and that represents the second out.
Yeah, just an unfortunate play. Popped up straight back.
Mom let me know I'm probably Mel's curse this year when she's been hitting so far. Seen some fantastic defensive efforts, but just one hit. Games that I've been in attendance. Perhaps a long way to go still here tonight.
Yes.
Brokaw struck out. First time we saw her up tonight. Looking at a 1-1 count. Her eyes ball way out of the zone.
Yeah, the top of this lineup has to get going. You know, hitters 2 through 4 all struck out in that first inning. They got to at least put a ball in play, give their team a chance.
Makaree has gotten this call the entire game, so it's been consistent. Just painting it right over that outside part of the plate to these right-handed hitters.
Such a hard hit, such a hard pitch to hit.
Sinks down to load up the count. See Makaree issue a pair of walks already. Has not surrendered a hit just yet. Payoff pitch, way upstairs. And that'll be the third walk tonight for Chapman.
Yeah, 3 walks already for Chapman. Kind of rare to see from her. But so far, she hasn't allowed any damage from those walks, allowing those runners on base. It's the second inning in a row where she's gotten a walk, but with 2 outs.
Taken off on the base path. Brokaw gone down. Another nice throw to end the frame here. This time it's Lady Lex coming through. How about Taylor coming up out of the stance? Got her with the tag. And that'll end it here for Clear Fork. Lexington going to try to add to their lead when we return.
Are you looking for a solid career? Job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Bottom 3 now here at Heise Park. 3-0 advantage right now for the top seed in Lexington. Looking for an opportunity to try to add to that. Number 2 hitter in their shortstop, Alexis Cantrell. Going to try to get the party started here.
Yeah, Schaefer going through the heart of the lineup. Struggled the first time.
Did face the minimum amount of hitters last inning with a nice throw out to get Quinn Patrick on the base pass. This one's popped up. Perry calls for it, and she makes the snag.
Getting those quick outs and being efficient on the mound. That's exactly what she's going to have to do for the rest of this game.
Another look in our American Homestead Exteriors replay. Nice job spotting it, finding it, and getting the out for Perry. Now Chapman had the RBI double last time we saw her.
She just has such a violent swing that if she gets a hold of one, hang on because it's going for a ride.
Schaefer missing with the first couple of pitches. Chapman really bends her knees too, tries to limit that strike zone.
Yeah, Chapman just 1 strikeout at the plate this year compared to 16 walks. Just incredible discipline at the plate.
Schaefer leaves that one outside, not wanting to test the senior. OCC Pitcher of the Year is a junior, now the Player of the Year, her final season. Looks at the 3-1 pitch, and there is that violent attack you were talking about.
Yeah, she just swings with such force. Just a little bit behind that one, maybe a little late decision. But if she sees it right out of the hand and she knows she wants it, Chapman can just turn on one.
Popped up. Stewart trying to truck right through John Davis. And Davis taking accountability. He said, hey, I got in your way. Stand on the tracks when the train's coming through. I'm sure John's going to love to watch this replay later tonight. Everyone out, making sure he's cool. He's a tough guy.
Yeah, he got up right away. He's feeling good. But yeah, just an unfortunate play. Both kind of almost looking up. He's trying to get away.
Yeah, John says just go ahead and edit out that play. So if everybody can just forget what you just saw about 30 seconds ago, we're going to move on with the rest of the at-bat now. Big pitch coming up here. See if Schaefer can dial in. The sophomore with the pitch. And got some pretty good trajectory, but it's right at Haley Thrush for out 2.
A big out right there. That could have been a huge, unfortunate break for Clear Fork as that foul ball landed in play. And if Stewart's able to make that catch, he could have ended that bat right a pitch ago, but luckily they get Chapman out on the next one.
Kylie Thornton due up now. Starts her off with the first pitch strike. Schaefer didn't do a ton of that in the opening frame. She's done a much better job getting ahead in counts here in the second and third. This one ripped. It's going to go foul. But Thrush over into the boundary to make the catch. And that is how the third inning will end. Lady Colts looking to find some offense. Thrush will be up when we come back for the fourth.
Carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Welcome back to Heise Park. Fourth inning action just about set to begin here. Lady Lex right now with a 3-0 cushion. The meat of the order on the way, though, here for Clear Fork. It'll begin with the number 3 hitter in Haley Thrush. Big game the other night in the victory against Shelby. He's looking to crank out a big hit right there.
Yeah, trying to catch up to the heater from Chapman.
See, we've got a massive viewing audience going on right now out there on the Facebook. Want to say what's going on to everybody tuning in? Do drop us some comments down in the live chats. Try to find the best ones. Read them here over the air. It looks like we've got a lot of bots maybe tuning in right now. Got the conversation going. Some names I don't really recognize, Evan. Yeah, 850 comments as well. We'll see what they have to say about this strikeout. Second time Thrush has come up empty in her 2 at-bats against Chapman and a nasty off-speed pitch.
Yeah, I mean, Chapman did her dirty going heater, and then going right to the slow off-speed, just complete change of pace.
Kit Rogers went down swinging the first time we saw her tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Foul straight back. Got a couple of raindrops, it looks like, starting to come down out here at Heise Park.
Blue skies in the distance, but just a big old gray cloud above us.
Did see Chapman struggle a bit early on in that game against Ontario when it was very high in terms of the volume of rain that was coming down. So we'll see if this has any type of impact here tonight in the district championship. Bowls that one in there, ball 2. Showed you the numbers for Rogers over her last 10 games in the pregame. She has really come on strong here at the end of the season. Senior campaign, graduation coming up on Sunday. See if she looks to leave a mark here. 3 straight balls, though, from Makaree.
Yeah, on the season, getting on base at a 400 rate. They're going to need that here soon. Top of this lineup has to produce.
The 3-2. Outside. Misses with 4 straight pitches. Rogers, good patience exercised up at the dish, and she is aboard here with just 1 down.
This is now 4 straight innings. A runner has been walked and put on base, but the Colts have been not able to do anything with that runner so far. Now with just 1 out, see how they can work that runner across the plate.
Good contact, though. Taylor made for a double play, flipped over to second, and they'll just take the lead out runner.
Yeah, that was a weird play. Cantrell kind of was kind of hesitant if she wanted to try to take the double play herself, because that ball was a rocket right at her. Just flips it to second, gets out number 2.
And in the game of softball, you're typically better off in those situations, just taking the 1 out. I've seen way too many games where throwing errors on these little fields, the 60-foot base pass, ends up becoming more of a nuisance than it is actually trying to turn something, get 2. So for Lexington, taking the simple way, if you will, not necessarily a bad thing. Going to get a mound meeting here now. Coach Galion coming out. Going to have a chit-chat with Makaree. I think really just giving her time to get the dirt in her circle, set up how she wants it.
Yeah, pitchers are very picky on how the mound is set up, whether they dig it out some or not dig it out at all, where their landing spot is. Maybe if she's slipping a little bit on her landing spot, like we mentioned just a few raindrops ago.
Do want to say hello to Melanie Switzer out there cheering on Lady Lex. 150 of you watching right now on YouTube together. Seeing Chapman come out, 2 straight balls, bounces back with a nice pitch right here. Breeze picking up a little bit, blowing towards home plate. So that one's low and outside, ball 3. Chopper straight to first base. Stepping on it for the out is Kylie Thornton. So Clear Fork again gets one aboard, but they come up with nothing. Lady Lex looking for their first run since the first when we come back.
Are you looking for a solid career? job security, great pay, and rapid advancement, an important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow. Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Lady Colts back on defense here. Rain now shifting. It's kind of going left to right on your screen. Little drizzle coming down here at Heise Park in Galion. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line tonight. Lexington in a good position. Try to get back to regionals, third time over the last 4 years. What a run they've had. Had been quite a while before they went on this recent stretch of making it beyond districts. First pitch ball here from the right hand of Miley Schaefer. Settled in nicely. Got rocked around. All 3 runs put up in that first inning. Misfires with the first 2 pitches here.
Yeah, not a bad pitch. Maybe just a little too low. But she's been getting better. She got the heart of the lineup out 3 in a row last inning.
Slow start here against Mariana Moulton. Took something off of that one. Burns it down Main Street.
Yeah, I think she assumed Moulton on a 3-0, not having the green light.
Similar pitch right there, taken by Perry, fires it over to first. Schlosser grabs it for the out.
Really good play by Perry on the run towards the middle of the field. Just able to scoop it up and throw it to first with ease. Just a flawless execution there by Maya Perry.
Took the 3-hopper in stride. Get to the number 6 hitter now, Cameron McGuire. Haven't seen her up to bat since the first. Did come through with an RBI hit. One down, 1-1 pitch outside.
These Lexington hitters have been working almost every single count. Not really swinging on the first couple of pitches. Just kind of making Schaefer go right at him. Schaefer not really a fan of the calls right now. Sometimes the body language can be a problem.
Goes 2 ways.
Yeah.
Talking about that in the first inning, just when things are going well. She's got a really infectious vibe, and then also can probably be her own worst enemy at times when she's not really getting the calls that she's anticipating. She has worked so full count and gets a strikeout. First of the night for Miley.
Yeah, that's got to feel good for Miley. Hopefully start to bring that energy up, seeing the smile again on her face.
Up to bat, number 33.
She's retired 5 straight batters.
Great pitch there, way up in the zone. No chance to catch up for McGuire. Now with 2 down, Addie Williams looks at a first pitch ball. Addie 0 for 1 so far tonight. Gasses that one over the middle. back up the middle. A diving parry, can't get to it. And that will be a single here with 2 down.
That ball got right to Schaefer in a hurry. Just unable to snag it in the circle. Went right under her glove. And a great effort play by Maya Perry, laying out for it.
Take a look at the whole thing from the top. Almost a chance there for Schaefer to snag that. She whipped her body around. But a nice piece of hitting. Try to get a 2-out rally going here.
Courtesy runner number 24, Luke.
Get a courtesy runner for Williams. Kyra Boyd due up next. She grounded out to Perry last time we saw her back in inning number 2. First pitch, misses up top.
With Lexington putting the pinch runner in, junior Lauren Risser. We'll see if they maybe try to go some base running, stolen base.
Able to get back after a mini lead.
Good idea by Stewart there, trying the back pick.
Runner is number 24, Lauren Risser.
Schaefer gets the pitch call from head coach Adam Brokaw. First season for him. Had a lot of success so far in the year. 16 wins, hoping to add at least one more with a victory here tonight. Runner-up in the MOAC came down to the final day of the season. What a fun matchup that was, too. Them at River Valley. The winner gets the MOAC. The loser, nothing.
Yeah, just crazy how that happened in the last day of the season.
Pop up. And Perry underneath it for out 3. We've played 4. Clear Fork got to get the bats awake. Starting to run out of outs. They're up to bat when we come back in the 5th.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Out here at Heise Park, we're trying to convince ourselves that it's getting warmer. Evan said just think Florida, and it has an impact. Evan, I don't know. I'm trying to think about those sandy beaches, but I still can't barely feel my hands.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly out here. Just got to try to trick your brain. Think of the nice beach, the warm summer rays.
Okay. Well, we've got some sun rays, I think, on the way. We've got some sand out here, so I can at least, okay, I'm connecting the dots. Feeling better already. See if Clear Fork can do the same here. Offensively, it has been a struggle tonight. No hits yet. And a strike called here. Lily unable to hold up.
And I will say Clear Fork has done a good job trying to put the ball in play. Just 2 strikeouts since that first inning.
Lily gets a piece of this one, flared out to right. But an easy catch is made for 1 down. It's McGuire with the grab.
Yeah, and even though they haven't struck out a lot, they just haven't really put a lot of pressure on the Lexington defense. A lot of weaker pop outs like the one there. And Lexington's been very solid on defense. They've made all the routine plays.
So a no-hitter going right now for the senior. As this one, good contact, center field, and it's in there. So it's over with. And the Colts finally get on via a hit with Addie Schlosser.
Schlosser
I don't know if you believe in jinxes, but that was the first time you mentioned the no-hitter, and 5 seconds later, we get the first hit of the game for Clear Fork.
Baseball people tell me all the time, you don't mention it.
Don't mention the no-hitter.
Too late. And now the sun is poking out. How about it? Maybe this is exactly what Clear Fork needed to try to get the ball rolling. As the first pitch will show it to you here. Bunt being shown by Schlosser, or Kylie Ludwig rather.
I'm surprised Maddie Taylor didn't fire the back pick. Addie Schlosser got way out there expecting the bunt.
There it is, laid down successfully. Runner advances.
That's what they've been trying to do all game. They finally get the bunt down. Now they have a runner in scoring position with the top of the lineup up.
To bat, third baseman, number 3.
First time we've seen this since Blue Ball, way back in the first inning, was able to advance past first base. A couple of stolen bases. She did get over to third. And now the senior with a chance to deliver a big RBI. Blue Ball's got 16 of them. 33 hits coming into today. That one missing inside.
Yeah, here's a spot where a chance for a senior to step up in the district championship.
Laid off of that one. 1-2 count. 2-1 count. Chapman just really not wanting to mess around with one of the best hitters in the MOAC right now.
Walked her in the first inning. Now on a 3-1 count.
Gets that one to load things up. And she's been all around here so far, these first 5 pitches. Inside, outside, that one right in the middle of the zone. Big pitch right here. Blue Ball takes it for ball 4.
A big walk for them. Now you give a chance for Jada Brokaw to step up and make the big play.
Jada Brokaw.
Boy, I started thinking Florida. All of a sudden, I got sunshine on my toes.
There you
They're
go.
heating up here,
See,
Evan.
it works.
What a fantastic tip for all you cold people out there. Just think sunny thoughts, and who knows? The clouds just may part. Brokaw takes that one over the outside part of the plate. First time tonight we've seen multiple base runners on here for the Lady Colts. How will Chapman work with a little bit of pressure on now? Quite well so far.
Going with that outside fastball again. Just so hard to put a bat on that one. Now on an 0-2 count, she can go a multiple ways with this.
So fade out of play. She gave her something to hit. A little surprised.
Yeah, just going right at the hitters. Not afraid at all.
Brokaw 0 for 1 tonight. Did have a walk in the third inning. That one awful close. Davis calling that a ball.
Some good framing from Maddie Taylor, trying to bring that one back in the zone.
The 1-2 popped up. Chapman says she's got it, and she does. Clear Fork threatens, but they come away empty. Lady Lex, chance to try to get some insurance runs here. They're due up in the 5th.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Maddie Taylor will lead off the bottom of the 5th here. Looking to produce a little bit of offense for Lexington. Have not been able to get on the scoreboard over their last 3 frames. After 3 runs put up in a big first inning.
Yeah, ever since the first inning, Miley Schaefer has been fantastic. Only allowed 2 base runners, one of them which got cut down at second. Quinn Patrick caught stealing in the second.
Schaefer allowed a couple of hits right out of the gates there in that first inning. And to Evan's point, she's really been good since, and she even felt like she should have been better with some of these calls that were just right there, borderline. Some of them not going her way. But the sophomore, definitely an admirable way to bounce back against the #1 seed. Cold night. She's certainly been able to find it. Though the sun is back out here in Galion, and we are in line for a gorgeous finish. 56 degrees, and things heating up now with the clouds parting as this one is drilled, but right at Thrush.
Good approach with 2 strikes. Able to just get her hands around it. But unfortunately, right to Thrush, who's been fantastic in left field today.
Brings Lexington to the top of the order now. Quinn Patrick, Cantrell on deck. Patrick singled last time up. Got caught stealing out on the base pass. She's just a sophomore, 369 average. 31 hits, 3rd best on the squad. Popped up, Thrush, busy again, and she makes the play.
That ball was high, and Patrick just got under it. Again, Thrush making a play. That's her 5th time getting an out this game.
So backing up her fellow sophomore out there in left field tonight. Schaefer now to Cantrell. Lady Lex dugout trying to make some noise, spark a little 2-out rally. The 2, 3, 4 hitters all incredibly dangerous for Lexington when you look at Cantrell, Chapman, Thornton back to back to back. So if you're Schaefer, you'd love to split them up. Get this out. Start off the next inning with Chapman.
Yeah, because she saw what happens when you have a runner on base with Chapman at the plate.
RBI double for Makaree back in the first inning. Cantrell tonight, 0 for 1. Walked her first time up. Now 2s across the board here. Schaefer hoping she's just one pitch away from ending this 5th frame. On the way, popped up, stored. Can't go after it.
Yeah, Schaefer's got to find a way to get Cantrell out here. Got her 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Misfired on the outside portion of the plate. Loads it up. No swing, says the first base umpire. Here comes the payoff from Miley. Gave her something to hit, but it's pulled foul.
Great fight we're seeing at the plate right now from Cantrell. Fighting with a full count, 2 outs, trying to keep the inning alive.
.329 average for the freshman this year. And she'll have another pitch coming up on the way.
Yeah, that way they don't too many of them go. If it was on that side, I wouldn't park.
If something happens, I'm going to say Brad said it was okay.
See the U.S. flag out in center field, really blowing heavy from left to right now. Again ripped, backhanded by Bluebaugh. What a play here by the senior. Show it to you one more time. Reflexes like a cat, and then the dime over to first. So 3 up, 3 down for Lady Lex. Clear Fork, 6 outs left to try to get those 3 runs.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Haley Thrush will start off the inning offensively for the Lady Colts. Katrina Rogers on deck, Perry in the hole. Just 1 hit produced by the Clear Fork offense so far tonight. That was via Addie Schlosser, a single in the 5th inning. See if they can build off of that here. Top 6. I'm Brian Skowronski. Evan Johnson with me here tonight. It's been a bit of a pitcher's duel after that 1st inning. Clear Fork hoping to build a little bit of momentum. Just had 2 base runners last inning, first time all game.
Yeah, Clear Fork needs to try to get some base runners early on. Almost every time they've gotten a base runner on, they've had 1 or 2 outs. Just kind of limits them.
The lefty Chapman. Down low outside here. 2-0 count.
We'll see if Thrush still trusts the bunt, even with the defense now really pinched.
He's got 34 hits on the season. Had 3 just last game. I just love this kid's moxie. The interview, you talked about the fact that she was like, this is a revenge game for us. Make no mistake, we wanted Lexington after what they did to us in the tournament last year and, of course, at home a few weeks back. Taking that one all the way. (3-1) laid down. Thrush in a hurry over to first, but the throw's in time.
Just went right back to the bunt, trying to get something started here, get this inning going, but Like I said earlier, the Lexington defense has just been shut down today. They've had no mistakes.
Rogers slapped right back at the pitcher. Quickly 2 down.
Yeah, Rogers was really unsure on that one. Chapman starting with the off speed. Rogers just kind of throwing her hands out at it, not really waiting back on it with any power behind it.
Sick reflexes too, though.
Yeah.
Off the one bouncer right back to her, and you see Makaree hopped, perfect catch, slings it over to first with about 3 seconds to spare. And then fires an absolute dart over the outside portion of the plate. Perry in an 0-1 hole here in this at-bat. Perry 0 for 2 so far here tonight. Maya with a .211 average this year. Nasty stuff right there.
Yeah, that was filthy. Just the change of speed from Chapman is ridiculous. Just brings you in with the heater, now you're late on it, and now you're super early on the changeup.
Chapman deals 2-2. A couple balls in a row. Lady Colts have had at least one base runner every inning so far. Looking to keep that going here.
Yeah, if Chapman can get that out here, it'll be the first inning of the game that she hasn't walked a runner.
Here comes the payoff pitch. It's a heater, and the train continues.
But it occurs with 2 outs.
Next up, your pitcher.
And Clear Forks hadn't been able to produce any runs off of the walks or in the free passes. Haven't been able to string together some hits.
Miley Schaefer up at the dish now. Off the top end of the bat. Schaefer 0 for 2 on her evening thus far. Saw her in the win against River Valley at home. Smack a home run, a 2-run shot, so we know that she's got that within her. She'll have to do it, though, out of an 0-2 count.
Yeah, Schaefer with 16 RBIs on the season. Like you mentioned, she got that home run. She has 2 on the season. So she does have some power there towards the bottom of the lineup.
Win, though, blowing more towards home plate right now, so you'd really have to get a hold of this one. As Perry takes off for second.
That was a great read by Perry. As soon as that ball was showing that it was going to touch the dirt, she was already heading towards second.
Chapman was waving off her coach with some type of call. She's like, no, I think I got this. Misfires with that one outside, so 2's wild again. Schaefer hanging around here in this AB. Perry standing over on second. Way up top.
Good AB from Schaefer here. Working the count again, back-to-back full counts from the Colts.
Here comes the payoff, outside portion of the plate and slapped foul.
Sometimes it just takes one to get things going. If Schaefer can find some green right now and hit across the first run for the Colts, maybe she can lead to something big.
He's able to flare this one. Patrick can't handle it. Thornton steps on the bag just in time. Boy, this one was close. Just off the glove. And Lady Lex ends the threat like that. They'll have a chance to add on some runs when we come back.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
We have reached the bottom of the 6th inning. Miley Schaefer continues the deal out there from the circle here for Clear Fork. And just talking about it, only allowed the 1 earned run so far here tonight. Miley done a fantastic job of bouncing back after that first inning. 4 straight scoreless now for the sophomore. But she has met the heart of the lineup now. Chapman will lead things off.
Yeah, and Lexington's really taking advantage of when they had runner on bases. In that first inning, Chapman made the big hit. Sometimes that's all it takes.
First pitch strike in there to the senior. Too tall.
One thing we commended Chapman for just 1 strike on the season. If you watch, she tracks that ball all the way through the zone. Even when it's a ball, she watches it all the way into the catcher's glove. Just great vision at the plate.
Absolutely murders this ball. Get out of town. A no-doubter for Lady Lex. Chapman adding a scoop on top to make it 4-zip.
Makaree Chapman with the home run.
Again, taking that ball to where it was pitched. That one was on the outside corner. She just waited back on it and drove it to left center.
Looking to get a replay for you guys here soon. Show this to you real quick. I mean, there was never any doubt about this one, Evan. As soon as that left the bat, it just had one of those noises that you recognize.
Yeah, we talked earlier just how violent her swing is. She got behind everything on that one.
Just the second earned run surrendered by Schaefer tonight. And we talked about Murderer's Row and just how tough it is to go through this lineup for Lexington. Makaree, second RBI hit tonight. The big fly to make it 4-0.
It's got to feel good, too, when, as a pitcher, you give yourself insurance runs.
It's the best way to do it. Parents told me my whole life, no one's going to do it for you. Go out there, get it done for yourself, kid. That's what Kylie Thornton did as well with this single.
Thornton with the single to left. Brings up number 13, Mariana.
Now Lexington really starting to attack Schaefer here. Attacking the early pitches. Just gets way out in front of this one. Drove it to where no one could get it.
Nice blue pit right over the shortstop that time for Thornton. Still none down. And the Frosh, Moulton, stepping into the dish. Trying to lay down a bunt. Go just wide down the third base side. Moulton's had such an impactful freshman season, has participated in every game so far. 28 hits, drove in 18 runs. In this now her 73rd plate appearance. Lays it down. Schaefer able to get to it. Runner advances over to second.
Good play by Schaefer to have the backup there. That play could have turned into a disaster if she's not able to get it.
McGuire had an RBI single earlier in the game. Runner in scoring position now. Looks to strike one. Excellent snag by Stewart. Keeping the runner tethered over to second base.
Yeah, Clearfork cannot afford any more free passes right now. Lexington wanting a few more runs to kind of take complete control of this game.
This one flared out to right field. Ludwig with a beat on it. She makes the catch. Runner will tag. And heading over to third.
Good play by Ludwig. Getting the ball in quick, too. Obviously, runner tagging up from second.
Bat number 33, Addie Williams.
Designated player Addie Williams. Looking to break things open and make it a 5-run game. And that's kind of the magic number in this sport. Anytime you can go beyond the one swing and have that type of advantage. Gives you ultimate confidence. Williams had a hit last time we saw her. Here she is, 2 down, bottom 6, and blisters this one. This might go as well. The second dinger here in the 6th inning. Big power being displayed by the purple gang out here. It's now 6-zip.
Lexington really starting to lock in on Schaefer. Starting to drive pitches, and that was a shot.
Up next, number 16, Kyra Boyd.
Here it is, one more look. Williams, I think she thought she probably had a double the way that she came out of the box, but it just continued to fly out of the park. Boy, what a finish here for these Lexington hitters. Pop up first pitch here with Kyra Boyd. Clearfork able to shut things down here, but the damage done. 3 runs on a couple of dingers. Lots of work to do for the Lady Colts.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Lady Lex just 3 outs away from punching their ticket back to regionals for the 2nd consecutive season. Makaree Chapman, solo shot to start off the 6th inning when we just saw her. Followed up by Addie Williams with a 2-run bomb, and really does change the complexion of this game as we have reached the 7th and the Lady Colts down to their last 3 outs, and now it's a 6-run disadvantage.
Yeah, and really this whole game, Clear Fork has been struggling to produce any offense. Most of their runners coming from a walk.
To bat number 18, Lily.
Chapman's been fantastic, a 1-hitter thus far. The freshman Presley Lilly, the number 7 hitter, so it's a bottom of the order due up here for Clear Fork. Oh for 1 so far today, worked to walk in the 2nd inning. Clear Fork desperately in need of base runners.
I'd like to see the Colt hitters be more aggressive. I know it's obviously not easy against a pitcher like Chapman, but they got to take advantage of any strike they're getting.
Couldn't lay off of the high Swiss cheese right here. And that's really where Chapman has been able to blow away a lot of hitters all season long. We're talking about a kid with over 240 strikeouts for the year. Add 1 right here.
You can't lay off of that pitch. You got to swing at it, but it's so hard to be on time with it.
Addie Schlosser, she's got the only hit so far tonight for the Lady Colts. See if she can string back-to-back hits together. Said this one foul down the first base side. The 0-1 from Chapman again. Lays it down. Lexington does an excellent job covering first. The toss to Patrick for out 2.
You know, you got to do anything you can to try and get on base. That time, Addie Slosser attempts with the bunt, but it almost feels like you got to try to put that down the third base line. Give yourself a little bit more time to get to first. She put it down the first base line and just had no chance.
Ludwig 0 for 2, swing and a miss here at the first offering from Chapman. It's now just 1 out away from being the starting pitcher for a district championship club 2 years in a row. Ludwig puts this one out of play. Top of the order, waiting, hoping to get an opportunity. Mel Bluebaugh on deck right now. Senior hoping to get at least 1 more at-bat for her stellar career. Ludwig again flares this out of play.
Good fight from Ludwig, not giving up on the at-bat, trying to get the order flipped here.
Count remains 1-2. Won't go chasing. Chapman with the off-speed pitch, got her swinging, and Lexington is your district champions for the 2nd consecutive season. What a performance from Makaree Chapman, a 1-hitter here tonight. Did some big-time damage from the plate as well. She's got to be our most valuable player. We'll talk to Makaree. We'll also bring back our post-game coverage that will include the medal presentations here from Galion. So keep it with us. All that on the way, live and free next.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
This is our in-body machine, so you're gonna see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
You just enjoyed live and free tournament softball right here on the OH Report. Thanks to our amazing sponsors. Give it up for Global Energy Partners, helping communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, they help you choose effective vitamins and supplements. They also can prepare custom meds as prescribed by your healthcare provider or even your veterinarian to manage hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and more. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. American Homestead Exteriors. Their commitment to excellence is reflected in their strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call them up for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Charter NextGen, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Big shout-out to all of those sponsors bringing you the coverage here live and free. We'll see you guys here momentarily. We will be back with your post-game coverage. Both teams making their way to the infield for the medal presentation. Here we go. As we do welcome you back for our post-game festivities presented by Global Energy Partners. 6-0 Lady Lex with a victory here tonight over Clear Fork. Same result that we had last year in the district championship, that in Division 2. Lady Lex moving on to the Sweet 16. I'm Brian Skowronski. Evan Johnson joining me on the call, and you've been with me throughout this entire district, seeing the build-up to this game. Clear Fork, the 10-run win over Shelby. Lexington needing to come back late with some clutch runs against Ontario, and then here tonight, they put a 3-pack of runs up in the first inning, and Clear Fork just wasn't able to recover. Unbelievable performance again by Makaree Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman was lights out. I mean, after you see Clear Fork put up 12 runs against Shelby on Tuesday, thinking, oh man, this offense has a lot of momentum, but she wasn't scared at all, shut them down.
Number 7,
I mean,
senior,
Clear Fork
Katrina
really had nothing
Rogers.
going for them hitting wise. Just a lot of, Chapman forced a lot of weak contact. Clear Fork wasn't able to string together any runs.
Number 8, freshman, Carlin Mortimer.
A couple seniors getting their medals first, and sorely missed will Mel Blubaugh, Katrina Rogers be here for Clear Fork. They have been staples of this program. Just some really enjoyable kids to talk to, and just talking to Mel's mom, I mean, I have been covering her kids for the better part of over a decade now, so it's going to be weird without a Blubaugh donning a Clear Fork jersey. But the cupboard packed full of talent for the Lady Colts. When you look at all these players that are going to be back, the class of 2027 really comprising the bulk majority of the roster, Evan. So this team, even though it's going to suck for them today, they're going to be thinking about this loss for a little while. What can be here in the future for them? There's a ton of potential.
Yeah, this is always one of the worst moments of the season when it finally comes to an end, and you have to send off the seniors who, they've built up this program and they've been a cornerstone of this team. But like you said, there's a lot of bright spots in this future with that sophomore class, as we saw today. Miley Schaefer, a sophomore, I mean, over just 2 bad innings, and really other than that, I wouldn't even say the first inning was terrible for her, just some mistakes. And so there's a lot to look forward to, and I wouldn't be shocked if this team's not back here next year.
Yeah, that's the standard now, and especially with the expanded divisions and playing in Division 4, not having to go through some of the bigger schools, even though Lexington, a little bit larger, of course, than Clear Fork. But a lot of potential for this team moving forward. Seems like they are just getting started.
Yeah, and we'll see what they can do next year, obviously. A tough end to this season. They kind of worked through something earlier in the season, had some great games late. We saw their offense come alive. Just a great all-around team. But yeah, unfortunately, it has to come to an end.
A round of applause for the Clear Fork Colts.
Athletic Director Jess Brokaw handing out the medals. They'll get their district runner-up trophy, 2nd straight season. And for the Lady Colts, the wait continues. Haven't won a district championship since 2017, but what a run they had before that. 8 of them. But tonight is about Lady Lex and what they've been able to accomplish. The #1 seed. 3rd time in 4 seasons that they've been able to accomplish this feat and get the big trophy at the end of the year, end of the district, I should say. Trying to get one step further than they did last year, where they got beat by Bryan in the Elite 8. And this team certainly, they've got the firepower to do it, led by their stud senior, who we're going to hear from here when they're done with the medal presentation.
Yeah, Lexington really proved today why they're the #1 seed in this district. I mean, they've had a great season, but they're just keep looking to go farther. And I truly do believe that they control their own destiny, that this team can go as far as they want to. They can just play their game and stick to what works for them. They can go really far in this tournament.
There's the aforementioned senior, the only one on the roster. That's what's really unique about both of these teams, is that they're just so young. They're going to have a lot of kids coming back, pretty much the entire roster for Lexington. Obviously, they're not going to be able to rely on their ace from the last couple of years and everything that Chapman's been able to infuse this program with since transferring from Ashland before her junior campaign, but a lot to work with for Coach Galion, back-to-back district champs.
Yeah, that's a sign of a powerhouse. When you don't rebuild, you reload, and that's what this team is going to be doing year after year, especially we saw several freshmen make an impact in this lineup already. A lot of good things for their future as well.
Junior number 17, Kylie Thornton. Junior number
Thornton's had such a big impact the last couple of years as well. Big part of that team that made it to the Elite 8 a season ago.
Freshman number 33, Addison Williams.
Addie Williams, the big 2-run shot
And freshman
back in
number
the 6th
44,
inning.
Ashton Williams.
Kind of put the baby to bed.
Attendant coached by Todd Galonia.
Coach Todd Galonia getting another gold medal.
Assistant coach Joe Thornton.
Kylie's dad will get one as well.
Highcorn.
Large coaching staff for Lady Lex. A lot of specialty coaches has helped this program really dial in and become one of the very best that we have in North Central Ohio. Super consistent over the last few seasons. And here they are moving on to the Sweet 16 yet again, as the lone senior on the team will come forward, get the hardware, and there is Chapman providing so many victories over the last couple of years. What a great experience. What a ride here for Lady Lex. As they get the big trophy yet again, they'll line up. They'll get a picture here at home plate.
Yeah, these are memories they'll remember forever. Putting these years on banners is truly special, and those banners will always be hung up and shown of like what the 2025 team accomplished this year.
We'll take one more commercial timeout. When we come back, you will hear from Makaree Chapman and her one-hitter tonight. Get her expectations moving forward for this program as well. Stay right there. Live and free post-game coverage returns in just a couple minutes.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
This is our in-body machine, so you're gonna see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Post-game coverage continues from Galion. The party is on. Lady Lex, they're having a great time. Got to let them get their pictures. This is a special moment for them. Back-to-back district championships. So our MVP for the night, she's a little predisposed right now. Obviously, she's got a lot of fans out here. The sun is shining on the purple and gold. Moving on, not to new territories, places where they have been. Just exciting to see this team continue to build on what they were able to produce from last year. I'm Brian, along with Evan Johnson. Let's take a look at the final stat line here for the game tonight. You look at the 7 hits belted out by Lexington, but the 2 big ones really coming in that 6th inning. 2-run blast from Williams. Makaree started things off. She had a solo home run. Just 1 hit surrendered. I mean, what a number against a fantastic hitting lineup. A Clear Fork team puts up about 8 runs per game. So if you hold them scoreless, just 1 hit, you've had a pretty darn good night.
And that's the 2nd time she's done that this year. We talked about Clear Fork only having the 1 hit when they faced each other in early May. Just incredible how she was really able to limit this offense.
Did have quite a number of walks tonight. I think 6 by my count for Chapman in this game, but bounced back each time out on the base pass, getting outs, big strikeouts when they needed them. She had 7 of them in this game. Now 240 for the year, and we were just kind of marveling at her numbers and just how exquisite they are all the way across the board. And actually, Makaree is here, so you'll hear from her after a quick 30-second timeout. Your MVP on the way.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the voice of Makaree Chapman, your MVP. Complete game here tonight. Just a 1-hitter. 2nd time you've done that to Clear Fork this season. How are you able to, against such a firepower-driven offense, be able to shut them down for the 2nd time this year?
Yeah, it's honestly just trusting in my coaching staff and the pitch calling, and honestly my team. I wasn't really hitting my spots as well as I wish I would have. So letting them hit the ball, getting in play, and trusting my defense right behind me. I know they're going to make the plays right behind me. So
run support right at the beginning of the game, something you weren't able to find against Ontario a few days ago.
Yeah.
What does that do for the entire team and just the emotions of the game in a championship environment where you come out 3-spot right away?
Yeah, it's definitely huge. That insurance runs are really important, especially in the 1st inning. It lets us not necessarily calm down, but get the energy going a lot quicker. We were excited, ready to go, and we kept the energy throughout the game, so I'm really proud of my team for just keeping it going.
And you had an RBI double in that 1st inning. You follow it up in the 6th, some insurance runs, that solo blast.
Yeah.
How good did that feel? Because as soon as I heard it, I knew that baby was long gone.
Yeah, it felt good. I had a couple coaches telling me to make a little minor correction. So just trusting in my coaches and trusting in my mechanics. And luckily it went out, but I was just looking for a base hit like always. So
looking at your numbers, me and Evan were just a second ago. I mean, you're leading the team in a lot of different categories, and we don't really see a weakness statistic-wise in your game. So to become the complete player that you are in your senior year, what goes into this? What are you doing to get yourself in a spot where you're one of the best pitchers in the area and you might be the best hitter?
Yeah. Honestly, it's just a lot of time, hours, and a lot of traveling, honestly. Shout out to my parents. I know we're doing that later, but shout out to my parents really for driving me hours on end. My hitting coach. Shout out to my hitting coach. I've been going to him since 6th grade, and it obviously has shown. So big shout out to him. I wouldn't be the hitter I am today without him. And obviously any coaches that I've had in the past, they've really helped develop me into the player I am. But definitely putting in hours is the biggest thing, really. I knew that this season was going to be a big season for us, so really getting those hours in the preseason and right even before season, getting those hours in pitching is really crucial.
You get to hoist that trophy solo tonight, only senior on the
Yeah.
team. What did that moment represent for you, being the leader of this ball club, and you've just had such a huge impact all year?
Yeah. It felt amazing. I mean, I didn't do it alone. I did it with my coach, Todd, so it felt great. But I didn't do it alone. I came to my team, and that's what was really special to me, walking over to my team with that trophy, because it truly is a sisterhood, and I've had the best season with them, and I truly can't wait to keep it going. It's been a season to remember for sure, so definitely an exciting and an unforgettable moment for sure.
Sweet 16 coming up. We won't know who you're going to play until tomorrow.
Yeah.
That game slated for Saturday afternoon. What are you most looking forward to, though, at the regional round this year?
Honestly, every game's a new day. New game, new day. So just staying true within ourselves, playing Lexington softball, and playing for each other. I think that's our biggest thing. And if one person makes a mistake, they know the next person's going to pick them up. So that's our biggest thing with this team. And I think our team does a great job of picking each other up when one gets down. But I couldn't ask for a better team dynamic, really.
It's shown out here during the districts. You guys are down a little bit in the semifinal game here tonight. You pick each other up right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So congratulations. What a team, what a
Thank you.
season you've had so far. And
Yeah.
it's not done, and neither is this interview,
Yeah.
because you got your chance for some shout-outs.
Yes. Well, first off, I want to shout out Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be anywhere in my athletic career or without him. So I'd be shout out to him. Shout out to my family for always pushing me and supporting me, and obviously shout out to the girls and my coaching staff. They truly are one to remember, and I will never forget them. And shout out to the community coming out to support. It's huge. So thank you, everybody in Lexington, and thank you.
Makaree Chapman, a complete game one-hitter shutout tonight. Also a couple of hits, couple of RBIs. Congratulations, your
Thank you.
Mechanics Bank MVP.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Postgame show continues here, presented by Global Energy Partners. You just heard from the MVP, Makaree Chapman. Just such a delightful kid. Like, she just brings like a brightness with her, a great spirit. And when you've got that as your leader, Evan, it's going to cascade down through the rest of the lineup. Obviously, it's done that. The sisterhood that Lexington's been able to build, it shows, and it's really reflected in the way they play.
Yeah, having leaders like that on your roster is so crucial to a good team and a good program. You know, she just had a lot of praise for her teammates and stuff, and you know, as she should, her teammates really backed her up today. We saw some great defense from Lexington, and they just play as one big unit, and they can tell they have a special bond, and I think that's what's going to carry them really far.
Moving forward, they're going to get the winner of Clyde versus Millbury Lake. The top two seeds are going to be playing tomorrow. That is the district that is taking place at Oregon Clay High School. Regardless of who it is, Lady Lex, with the pitching that they have, obviously the lineup, it's pretty solid from top to bottom. You would think that they're probably going to be the favorite heading into this next round.
Oh yeah, there's not very many flaws, if any, in this lineup. Like, if they just play their game, they're gonna be fine. The only way I say they lose is if they beat themselves, and I think that's very true throughout this. Obviously, at this point now, you're playing really the best of the best, and I think Lexington is one of the best, and they'll have a chance to prove that here next week.
For the Lady Colts, put a bow on their season real quick. Evan, you've seen them a few times here at the end of the year. Just thoughts on what they accomplished this year with the 16 wins, MOAC runner-up, and all those players coming back.
Yeah, I thought they had a really great season. Obviously, whenever you make it to a district championship, it's a mark of a great team. We talked about earlier all the sophomores in this squad, and so they have a lot to bring to the table in the upcoming years. And I think they have a chance to compete in this district next year with Lexington again.
Probably could be the final two teams
Yeah.
that we see. Would not be surprised at all. That will wrap up our coverage, though, here tonight at Galion. Appreciate everybody out there who has been tuning in live and free throughout our tournament coverage. Big shout out to Evan Johnson, bringing the heat from Ohio University. Just a freshman, got a very bright future ahead of him. Couldn't bring you out here live and free coverage, though, without all of our amazing sponsors. So please do support Global Energy Partners, Wellspring Custom Pharmacy. Go find Stephanie Lane down on West 4th Street in Ontario. She is my personal care doctor at this point. Mechanics Bank, that's better. American Homestead Exteriors, and Charter Next Generation. For everybody back at OH Report World Headquarters that helps make this thing happen, including Jory Hollenbeck running camera out here tonight, also holding down the tent simultaneously. She also makes all the commercials that you see as well. I am Brian Skowronski saying so long for now. Me and Evan will see you guys again tomorrow. We are going to be on the Division III District Championship game over at Willard. Don't know who it's going to be just yet. They're figuring that out tonight, but we'll have that coverage for you tomorrow afternoon. So long for now. Enjoy your Friday evening.